What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? I'm Prasanna. Today I shall be talking about this game, Doom Beta, or Doom 4, or Doom 2016. So, after playing the Doom Beta for around 14 hours and 13 minutes, as my in-game statistics show, I summed up what are the reasons behind the people not liking this game. I have to say, out of all the betas I've played, I haven't had this much fun with a multiplayer FPS, especially in a country like India where other arena shooters, due to either netcode or simply the unavailability of regional servers or for whatever reason, it was unplayable online. Most of the arena first person shooter games were popular in the 1990s, and me being Indian didn't get access to a proper broadband connection until 2007 or so. I have played arena shooters like Quake 3, UT99, UT 2003, UT 2004, and UT 2007 against higher tier bots. And unlike CS bots or any multiplayer game with bots in the modern era, the higher difficulty bots used to wreak havoc. Never got to playing them online sadly, but these higher difficulty bots had me interested enough to keep playing them offline for a very long time. So I do have the experience to know how arena shooters actually work. Now, to get started off with the review of Doom Beta itself. When I set foot in the arena for the very first time and after the first 2 or 3 games, I found myself pressing the W key the whole time while going in for the melee or the glory kills after I lowered the HP. So yes, it was immediately obvious within the first hour of Doom Beta that the shotgun was indeed OP compared to all other weapons in the game. On to the demon runes and special weapon pickups. This, however, though OP, I found a lot of people online to be really fussy about how annoying they were. I felt really frustrated getting killed by them too at first until I realized how they can be countered. Firstly, they are the secondary objectives of the game. I got to play only TDM and Warpath in the beta, and I have to say, as opposed to the Demon Rune's powers in Warpath, it was nearly balanced in TDM. I know the immediate question you guys must be asking is, how's that? It's the same Demon Rune and the same special weapon in both modes. Well, I'll tell you why. Firstly, Warpath is a mode where you have to capture a point and hold it. This means once you gain control of the demon rune or the special weapon pickup, you straight away run to the objective area to gain control of it with your super pickups. So anyone trying to come close to the objective point will get insta-gimped. Whereas in TDM, you could completely avoid getting spotted by these power wielders. And this is where the hack modules come in effect. People write it off as Scottish and heroish. It could be, but they aren't flat out as advantageous as any god perk, like giving them silent movement or a reduced crosshair size. Firstly, these hack modules give you timed bonuses only, and there is a good chance you might completely waste them by not using them at the right time. The Demon Rune and special weapon pickups, unlike UT or Quake, don't spawn in at the exact same countdown, like say 2 minutes on the clock as soon as the game begins. Here you use Power Seeker, a hack module after say a minute or so into the game, so that when you die you are able to see when the special weapon spawns, so you have a timer on it. And you have to time your hack module and try to gain control of the area so you can power wield it. The power weapon does need some nerfs like the hitbox size or the bullet spread, but albeit it's equivalent to something like say the Redeemer in Unreal Tournament. Once you get hold of it, you are entitled to some free kills, but that's the point of gaining control of the special pickups, not a simple dumbed down mechanic which people are mistaking it for. You don't get to spawn with these super weapons, you earn them. Now, onto the Demon Rune and why people dislike it so much. These mistakes are commonly made when they are new to the game that people find it OP. Once you play the game for a few hours, which I believe one must do before dishing out those reviews, you need to understand that this can be countered for the most part. Some tweaks are required to make it a perfect balance, of course, but it's not as bad as they say it is. For instance, I see people attacking the demon head on each time they see it. The demon clearly makes some weird, disgusting noises that can be heard a mile away. And all you need to do is stay the hell away from it. To help you more with this is the perfect time you use the Retribution hack module. The Retribution hack module is the free wall hack people keep bitching about, but in reality, this hack module, just like the Power Seeker, needs to be timed right. Unlike something like COD, where you can one-shot people with something like a wall hack, you need to continuously dish out damage to the enemy. This game has such a high time to kill, or TTK as it's popularly known. If you don't wish to fight, you can simply run away from the fight given the circumstance. Firstly, if you're using the Retribution hack module just to spot a guy who glory killed you, or you're just looking for some sweet revenge, you're doing it wrong. The demon drone can't be retaken by people of the same team, but however, it can be taken by the person who played the demon himself. So if I got to play the demon and I died, the demon drone can only be picked up by either me or the enemy team. Usually, the enemy team gets control of it because by the time I respawn and get the demon drone, people aren't waltzing around, and this helps in game balance. Is it perfectly balanced? No, not by a long shot, but it's not ridiculously OP as people claim it either. It does need some tweaking, but for the most part, once you gain enough understanding of how it's played, you begin to act accordingly. However, like I mentioned, this gets ridiculously harder in Warpath because once you take control of the special weapon or the demon, that area will be yours for the next entire minute, and you're forced to go in and fight as opposed to simply running away from it in TDM. So, in order for you to win, you need to properly time and use the supply timer hack module and the power seeker hack module to properly control these pickups. Or use the retribution module to see which direction he's facing in so you could attack him from behind. Well, if you lose control of all the secondary objectives, you do lose anyway, and this rule applies to any game, not just any first person shooter game, but any genre. The secondary objectives are to be treated importantly to get an important upper hand. However, like I said, it does need some tweaking. And as I pointed out, the hack modules aren't a COD perk thingy exactly. It needs to be timed properly, each one of them to come out ahead. And it may take you a while to understand the game and how the hack modules work before people start calling things game breakingly OP. So, to sum it up, I feel the shotgun, the demon, and the power weapon need some nerfs, and also the glory kill forward lunge needs to be nerfed. And apart from that, I feel the other weapons handle great and are nearly balanced. Rocket launcher is claimed OP by some, and some say it's underpowered. I think it's well balanced, and the splash damage is reasonably low. I did see one review where someone said in Warpath, people clumped up in the objective area, and the rocket launchers were too OP in such scenarios. But I have to completely disagree with it, as you must be stupid to stand clumped up in any game. The people who have control of the blob-like area need to spread out and be mobile, not just sit there clumped up right in the middle of it. So finally, is the game good? I personally haven't had so much fun with any beta of any game, but everyone has their own tastes. Is the game worthy enough to be a Doom game? Maybe, maybe not, depending on how you view it. Whether you view it for its gameplay, which is Doomish, or you view it for the aesthetics, which may be Halo-ish, or the XP system, which is Scottish. But as it stands, this is one of the most different FPS games you can ever get on, as opposed to something like COD and BF that have been dominating the scene since a decade. And certainly the only AAA FPS game that is an arena shooter since Unreal Tournament 2007. And we badly needed an arena shooter since then. It may not be perfect in terms of classic arena shooting, not by a long shot, but it's the closest one you get. Not to mention, the single player aspect to be even more kick-ass, as that was fully developed by the godlike id Software. Peace out.